AI is coming into all parts of our lives,
It
and I
is,
suppose
isn't it?
another part of it, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just thinking, what they're gonna call it? Miss what? Miss Universe? Miss
Miss, it's gonna probably Miss Universe AI or Miss
Somebody,
World
some
AI.
somebody said once, "How come Miss Universe always comes from the Earth?" And it's true. She always comes from our planet, doesn't she?
That's a good that's a good question. Yeah. How come Miss Universe always comes from the air? Yeah, I mean, well, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes, doesn't it? But I
Yeah.
know, and I think everybody else, everybody reasonable knows that the end game is all about the what revenue it can, they can
Yeah.
get from, pushing it as an agenda. Um, but I don't see what I don't see is how's that helping women? I don't get it. How's that helping
Well,
them?
yeah, maybe it's not. I mean, I think it can cover subjects which are beneficial to men and to women as well, independently. I mean, on the point of advertising, and as I say, is it an area that AI can really help us? I'm sure they'll find a way. But I've noticed in recent days, David Beckham, moving on to football for a moment,
Yeah.
he's advertising Walker's Crisps along with Thierry Henry.
Very, very, yeah.
Um, and yeah, I mean, this is what Gary Lineker was doing. I don't know whether he's given that one up, but it just went through my mind. Why on earth does David Beckham need to be paid? I don't know what they're paid for doing that. I
Mm.
suspect it's £5 or £10 million a piece. I mean, it's not going to be small change. And you think, why? I mean, I know Beckham, he's got his brand, and I admired him as a footballer. I think he's a basically decent fellow. But in a sense, I take the view there's a lot of other people, not a fraction as wealthy as David Beckham, famous people who could do that job just as well. And yet he sort of he appears very briefly in that. And another ad as well, I forget the name of that, Ali something. It's a clothes outlet, I think. And again, he's just raking in so much money. So yeah, advertising money is the bottom line. But if they can
Yeah.
use people like David Beckham and other very famous, mega famous people, then you think, where does AI, how does it beat that? You know?
That's a good point you're bringing out there. Yeah. Yeah. I suppose I suppose people like David Beckham, I suppose where AI is going to beat that is with the expiry dates. So human beings, no matter how active or famous you are, there's going to come a time when, you're going to expire
Yeah,
physically
yeah,
and out of the limelight, out of the public's eye as well. But AI is always going to be there, isn't it? It's not going to
yeah.
age. It's not going to age. It's not going to be ill. It's not going to take, you know, it's not going to take days off.
But if you
Um,
look at it,
yeah,
if you look at the what you've just said now, if you look at it, I would have preferred to see David Beckham on an advert than looking at an AI. Because I know David Beckham is real to me, but this AI is not real. I've never seen this AI. What does this
No.
AI do? Is he a sports person? Is he a musician? Is he a UFC fighter? Is he this or is he that? So to me, David Beckham is catchy to me than
Mm.
just putting an AI there.
oh, yeah,
That's why
But the
that's why they
aspect I
use him,
don't,
isn't it?
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
aspect I don't get now is, for example, Trevor just said David Beckham advertising, what's it called? Crips. Do they
Yeah.
make a lot of revenue by putting David Beckham as a face of that Chris rather than putting somebody else who's going to? I don't get it. Are they making more money by putting David Beckham there? Because they're spending a lot of money, like you said.
yeah.
You could be taking like 10 million of them. How much do they actually make on these scripts?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't.
it's
I
true.
don't eat it. I don't eat it. So
No. No,
Yeah.
nor do I. But of course it's not just the advertising doesn't just sell the product. I mean, that's a basic part of it, but I think a lot of it's to get the brand name of the product into the public consciousness. I mean, we're all told that Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola are probably the world's best, most famous logos, and they probably are.
Yeah.
And I can see why the companies want to use the likes of Beckham, because, as you say, it's a real person. And that's what I was trying to say, probably not very well, that I wonder where there's a route into this with AI people, because the public will always respond more to famous, well-known people. I would have said.
Very true. Very
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, so let me see what other topic we've got here. So there's this concept. This topic was actually something that I brought up last week, but we didn't have time for it. But there's this concept that the Earth is overpopulated. And there was this guy, I think I sent you a copy of, I can't remember his name now. Do you remember his name, Trevor? The guy in the, I can't remember his name now. But anyway, he's written a book called, I think The Birth Gap or something, I think it's called. And he's done a documentary. He's then gone and done a lot of famous things. And he's come up with a different theory to say that we're actually underpopulated in the world. Underpopulated. And as such, we do need more, we need to have more offsprings or children, that sort of thing. And there was a phrase that he used, because it was talking about the working moms, the career moms. I think that's the more appropriate word. And he was talking about the career moms, and there was a phrase that was argued on, and it was child-free or childless. So which, because they would say, well, he said that the career women would say, well, I'm child-free, which sounded like a sort of them saying, it's like saying cancer-free, like it was a stigma, child-free. So rather than that, it was going to say, he said to substitute that word child-free with childless. And I thought about it, and another topic came into my head, and it was the political correctness of the debate there. Why does it matter? Why does child-free, childless, why does it matter? Our choice of words and the way that we say it. What are we trying? Where are we going with it? Who are we trying to please? Obviously somebody that is child-free doesn't have a child.
Yeah.
And somebody that is childless doesn't have a child, whether it's by choice or circumstantial. It's still the same thing. Why does it differ, Trevor? Why?
Well, I don't know. It's a good point. I think we see with this woke business that's sort of capturing a lot of life,
Yeah,
that they seem to want